All right, everybody, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Scientist.
Yo.
Tuesday, back in the saddle. We got the entire tribe here, man. I was thinking about this a minute ago, bro. I really feel like we should have some sort of tribe community where we've got 15 people that we can just all call to be a part of the tribe to be on the podcast, bro.
Yeah.
What you think? How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. I mean, I'm actually tagging us and be on the stage, and we got so much going on right now. I'm really excited. But yeah, I definitely think be a call to action. Get people here to just really build into the community that we've built at the end of the day, and it is all housed at Native on the Levee. So if we can have like a call to action, have all the homies come out at least once a month.
So here's what I have in mind. I'm actually holding the new Beyond the Stage phone.
John G in the building.
Yeah, what's up, gang? Whatnot, Instagram, FB. Good to be back with you guys. So speaking of tribe, we have a little tool here that we bought so that we could help elevate the people that we work with, both at our events and in situations like this. So you know how last week me and young Kid Visions came through, got a couple behind the scenes shots. I'm thinking that BTS could be a really good community pusher for Native, since Native has been a grandfathered sponsor since day one and has provided more than a few resources to help Beyond the Stage exist. So I'm thinking if we just use a promotional platform to push and say, hey, BTS community, and you're also pushing it through the Native brand. It's kind of like a little literally BTS behind the scenes, little shtig, right? Like kind of how you would do the pop-ups in the lab.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Just maybe I'll bring the DJ setup and put it in the corner by the hats or something, like in the middle, and people come out, have a couple drinks, and we can get some THC seltzers hanging out too. Now that that's not blocked.
That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy. Let's touch base on that.
So
THC, the fact that they're trying to
before we jump into that, bro, what's the store that you used to hang out with in Kenwood, Florence? So when they had the DJ booth like in the front window, every Saturday and Sunday they would play music there. It was one of the stores that you used to frequent when you were younger. You're like, bro, I love this place.
Well, I mean, they didn't do DJ booth at Cosmic. Cosmic was in Florence, Louisville, Lexington.
Okay.
Kenwood, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember what the store was called in Kenwood, man. They had a DJ in the front window, and I thought it was the coolest shit that I've ever seen.
Cosmic had a vert ramp, like a ramp in the very, very back, and they like shoes on it. Like they displayed shoes on this like half pipe in the very back. We all kind of just sat on it, all the homies on this half pipe. It was pretty cool that they just had it in the back of the store.
Honestly, that's a flat out dream of mine to have a little skate shop with a mini ramp in it. But if you could fucking throw a mini ramp in the back of here for now,
the lab.
If you could do a little, you could take that like the left half of it and just turn it into a mini ramp. Me and Sean Bucci could tear that shit up all fucking day.
Yeah. Problem is that the floor gets torn up real easy, bro. It took me fucking like 4 hours to clean all the skid marks from that photo shoot we did with Sean.
You have to do like real extracurricular shit in order to protect.
I mean, those photos though with him and stuff, they do go a long way because the fact that he's in there doing that, it doesn't. We don't want to give okay for anyone to do that, but like, how many skate photo shoots have that in the history of man?
In the old white room, zero, one.
Yeah. One now.
Quite literally, a period. So like,
Shout
it
out.
goes a long way. It is some sacrifice, but we got this room. We want to show it off, and if the path of least resistance is to do some photos of a skateboard, dude, blast it, Sean.
Yeah,
he's
for
releasing
sure.
music.
Oh yeah.
Ashore is crushing it. Shout out to Ashore Official. Check out his music on all platforms. But yeah, Sean Bucci is crushing it in the game right now. So huge shout out to Sean.
Multi-talented, man. That's what I love about him, bro.
Same. I love his, and he's worked for the brand, so he's actually put in shifts. Like, he's more than fam. He's part of the tribe.
He's tribe too, bro. So
level,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this this THC CBD ban that they tried doing in
tried
Ohio.
to ban my shit,
how you feel about it, Jay?
I think it's absolutely ridiculous, bro. Like you can't have a state that goes completely recreational on weed and then 6 months later go, yeah, no, we gotta take these drinks away, right? It's like the drinks. First of all, bro, alcohol is the issue, not THC. You know what I mean? I've been on both sides of the spectrum. In my 20s and 30s, I was heavy into the nightclubs, drinking every night, and now it's mostly just THC and and marijuana, bro. And it's there's a completely different aspect when it comes to impaired over alcohol and being impaired over weed. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they tried to block CBD drinks into the state of Ohio, it has to be a money grab. There has to be something.
Right, it's an economic thing. They're looking at the decrease in alcohol usage, just like the turn in sobriety on the whole has been becoming more of a pop culture thing, right? It's becoming more common for people to take up that journey, share that journey with people. It's become popular for people who are still drinking to follow people's sober journey.
Right, but why is that? Why is that the state's decision to say too many people are going towards this, so we're going to stop that?
No way they're going to frame it like that. They're going to ignore that narrative, but like we're not fools. We see that there has been a shift in alcohol sales, especially post-COVID economy.
Right.
There was a huge increase in business closures. There was a massive increase in depression and suicides during this time. People felt lost, and through that realized that their routines that they couldn't keep up with no longer. They were no longer able to go out and drink like that. So they were sitting with the problems, right? So this isn't something that the political side of things, they're not even really looking at how it affected everybody socially. They're just looking at how it affected them economically.
For
and
sure.
They're blaming socially. They're blaming on it looking like it's advertised to kids. But I don't see like when I worked at a smoke shop, kids weren't going in to smoke shops to buy CBD Delta 8 seltzers.
A $7 12-ounce
teenagers
can.
were trying to use fake IDs to buy fucking
beer,
nicotine vapes, and then at the gas station, beer.
Yeah.
Right. It's bullshit. Is what it is.
Well, and the same thing's happening with the tobacco industry, right?
That part.
There's the whole there's a huge swing in the people that are smoking cigarettes and smoking vapes now.
Right.
And that's when I was talking to Kaylin the other day about something. I'll remember it here in a minute, but it's one of those things where you've got this pendulum where you've got a momentous amount of people that stop smoking cigarettes because like the government is told us cigarettes are bad, tobacco's bad, and then all of a sudden these vapes come in and the vapes look cool and they don't have any control over them. But now you've got the cigarette industry is way down here and the flavored tobacco or the flavored vapes are way up here, and that's why they try putting a stop to all flavored
it's a huge industry.
Vapes.
Year over year growing.
You're cutting me off here, bro.
Sorry.
So we've got the the flavored vapes that the entire country they tried to ban, and they were only allowing Juul as the vape product.
I remember that. Yeah.
Right, and Juul is owned by Marlboro.
Right.
Oh shit.
Is it Philip Morris or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
So it's one of those things where it's like just what you were saying earlier, bro. Is it really about our health or is it about the bottom dollar on these big companies making sure that they're still represented and making
right. And
hundreds of millions of dollars a year?
What's the competitor Views? Is that owned just by like the Marlboro's competitors, basically?
I'm not sure.
It's the other one that you'll find in like a major speedway or Thornton's is the Views pods.
Oh yeah.
And just the same, they canceled like all of the flavors on those. They took all of that away. They were like, well, they're blaming it on the kids, but the reality is there are pitfalls to tobacco. There are pitfalls to alcohol.
To everything.
To everything, right? And so over time, people come up with solutions to these problems. If the tobacco companies weren't going to solve the problem, if the alcohol companies weren't going to solve the problem and regulate and get and get the DUIs down, get the deaths down from drunk accidents and drunk drivers, get the pitfalls down from addictive shit, the liver failure, all the things that come with alcohol use, You know, if they weren't going to do anything about it, then somebody else was going to come up with a solution and alternatives, and that was going to cost them money.
Right.
You know,
And the craziest thing is that the amount of deaths that happen in tobacco and the amount of deaths that happen in alcohol-related incidents, and they're trying to protect that, right? They're trying to make sure that the tobacco industry doesn't fall, which is the craziest thing ever, because it's like, you know, when alcohol is a prime example, man. You know, you've got the prohibition that happened in the 20s. They took it away, and America was like, no, we need this. You know what I mean? And then they brought it back, and it was just like, okay, everybody incarcerated, like, you know, my bad. But it's just it's gotten to the point, bro, where you know it's destructive. Like,
Right.
you know, alcohol's destructive. You know, tobacco's destructive. You know, sugar's destructive.
Yep.
You know, it's all taking it in micro doses, or however you want to call it. But
I think nicotine is really, like, when it comes to like the tobacco and all that stuff.
Mhm.
It's really the nicotine. So you have cigarettes and the tobacco and all that stuff gets
mega
involved.
fade high.
But now it's vapes, right? It's vapes, so there's no tobacco, but the nicotine's still there.
well, the nicotine's what gets you addicted, right?
Yeah.
So that's what's in it. And, you know, it's the tobacco is what causes birth defects and things like that. So you take the tobacco out, and now, you know, you're left with other problems or no problems. You know, we got rid of one problem, but the tobacco industry doesn't like that you took tobacco out of vapes.
Right.
So now
That's
it's
six,
And
seven.
they might come for me if we promote this episode too hard. So let's just keep this one non-clipped. No, I'm kidding. But let's also like reality check something. We're talking about supply chains, right? And the supply chain for vapes was basically put into the consumer market, right? Like, we could have started, just no different than you start in the clothing line, you could have started a vape brand, right? You couldn't do that with the tobacco company so easily
right.
because of the supply chain.
Yeah, for sure.
They also get this is why you can't share this episode too much. They also get to get rid of so much garbage, so much product, if you will. This is product. They have phosphorus. We were talking about phosphorus in the car. They've got boatloads of phosphorus. It's literally the baseline chemical in your piss, right? So they're putting piss in the tobacco. They've got more pesticides than they know what to do with. So they're like putting extra pesticides in the tobacco. They've got chemicals that are supposed to go in shampoos, hitting it on the tobacco. There is over 1,000 chemicals in a single cigarette. There's about 4 chemicals, maybe 5 if you got some extra vape flavoring, if you got like a little blueberry bullshit flavor in there too with your watermelon. So over 1,000 chemicals versus 5 chemicals. We can handle the supply chain on this. Now, not only are they not selling the tobacco, they're sitting on these chemicals that they use to funnel it into waste, into the submarket of people that are willing to kill themselves anyways.
Because the doctor did to our social security, like social society, because like people recognize over time now vapes are normalized, but back in the day, cigarettes were, you know, are you the cool guy, that kind of mentality. But now it's, I would say, family. They see a parent smoking, so they eventually pick up, or they see someone cool around that smokes cigs. But otherwise, I think a vape is the most. It's the easiest thing to get a hold of as a young person, and
It's
trying to get
intrusive.
it's intrusive. It's the regulations on it. People can get vapes from anywhere.
Right.
Any little corner gas station. Who knows who's making them?
Right.
You know what I mean? And like the regulation on it, like, is really tough. Where I guess cigs have kind of a major funnel that these major companies have a hold of. So the looseness of a vape allows for little Timmy to get a hold of a vape because of who knows where that vape came from.
Right,
Really comes. Who knows what's in oils in it? You know what I mean? So, and on the THC front, there's THC vape, but now we're getting a lot more regulated in the sense of where the vapes are coming from. People are looking at quality. They're looking at certain dispensaries are giving good quality. So it's kind of trickling down in its own way. And the fact that they're trying to keep these THC drinks off shelves tells me it's about money, because if a judge is putting a block on it now, so they're not banning them, that tells me that the judge knows there's an underlying reason that they're doing it that have not has nothing to do with the health of consumers.
Right.
It has something to do with deep-rooted.
I don't want to ignore that it's
Yeah.
happening. I'm not going to say that it's not possible that it's not happening. I believe that they're leveraging these smaller incidents. You know, just having worked at a smoke shop, and even before that, when I was younger, worked at a gas station. Like, we know that kids are going to come in and try to buy products they're not supposed to buy. You know, and
Well, the
that's,
gas stations sell it.
and
It's
the gas
hard to
station,
regulate it.
and the gas stations don't really give a fuck because they're trying to make some money.
You
They
know,
don't. They're like, whatever.
you see someone all day. This kid comes in to buy a vape. They sell that shit because sales are down. Sell the kid the vape. You know what I
They
mean?
don't give a fuck,
right,
man.
'cause there's
So
no
there is
regulation.
no regulation. So
Yeah.
I think that it's not about banning the vapes. It's about adding the regulation, having people like, if you've got people that are willing to go in and check Jay Banks' fucking books and see if he's slipping up on his taxes, if they can send an auditor that way, they can send an auditor to these alcohol stores to make sure that they're compliant. They can send firemen into these
No, they don't need to
nightclubs to
send
make sure they're
anything.
compliant. They can
Nope. It's simple as you need to have an ID to scan this item.
scannable.
Period. It has nothing to do with checking books. It has nothing to do with checking auditor. It's as simple as you scan this thing. Requires an ID scan for you to walk out of the establishment on whatever is there. So you have to put the regulation on the baseline, which is the availability of an identification card. So you have to have that ID started. That's even the baseline to even purchase it.
So you're telling me that I can't walk into a liquor store like
Buy alcohol with that ID.
like Teen Wolf and just walk in and be like, I want a keg of beer. And then the guy's like, can't sell it to you. And then my eyes turn red and I go, I want a keg of beer.
I think it'll work. We should try it.
You guys remember Teen Wolf? You guys remember that little scene from the movie?
I didn't watch Teen Wolf.
Oh,
ain't
bro,
watched
I'm
Teen
showing
Wolf.
my age
I ain't
right
gonna
now.
lie to you. No, I heard of Teen Wolf. I just ain't never had, you know what I'm saying?
You're talking about the movie, not the show.
The movie, bro, the OG.
I ain't seen the show.
When Michael J. Fox, he's like, you know, he's still like that young kid, senior in high school.
My mom showed me this film. I know exactly what you're talking about.
What this from the 80s?
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
he
okay.
fucking, you know, he's going to a party and now he's like the cool guy at school. And his buddy Styles drove to the bar and he's like, or drove him to the liquor store and was like, get a keg of beer for the party.
That's interesting.
And he goes in there and he starts turning into the wolf like in the middle of it because the guy's not selling the beer. So his eyes turn red and he's like, I want a keg of beer. And says it like that, yeah. And the guy sells it to him, bro.
Keg. That's crazy.
So you got to get that ID scan, which is genius, bro. It's genius that you have to scan the IDs. Because a little tidbit, bro. I used to make fake IDs in high school. Like don't spill the tea.
I remember you
told this
mentioned
before.
the story on the podcast before. I feel.
Hey, I like the fact that Kurt's like, bro, nope, nope, not
He's
today,
just
dude.
looking out. He's just looking out.
Tell the story.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those things where you know with the fake IDs, you know, back in the day were easy to produce, right? As long as you had somebody in the courthouse that can give you the laminates. But now it's like everything's scanned and everything's like it's all in a database now. You know what I mean? And it's like I can't access that database.
So I've heard that there are people who have had no issue getting fake IDs to scan.
Oh, I'm sure somebody's got it nailed down.
What the bypass looks like, what the verification looks like on the back end of that, but apparently it's doable. But somebody said to me the other night, working at a nightclub, like I turn people away as much as fucking possible, and I especially like with just the college people coming right down the hill. But I'm mostly behind the bar, so I don't oversee that. But I've had people come in and tell me like, oh yeah, like you know the IDs, you know they come from the same machines that the Chinese are sending over to us to make our cards. So
for sure.
The same machines that that we make our official cards with, somebody else makes those machines and can make official cards.
Yeah.
So it's easy to duplicate and replicate things now versus just trying to like put together but like you said back then you could just put something makeshift together. Motherfuckers weren't verifying like that. We didn't have.
Oh, it was
it was
a legit process, bro. Like so, I had a buddy's mom who worked at the DMV in like Lexington, which it was a dry county where she lived. So she would just grab a box of the laminates, So like the old Kentucky State IDs, or plastic laminate, and it said Kentucky in gold foil across in cursive across the license. And then the back of it had all the the blue writing or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just bought a box of them from her, and then I had like one of those booklets from the Shell station that shows you all 50 states IDs, shows you all the hidden tricks and all the IDs. So Kentucky ID, I knew that there was a little dot inside the autograph box where you sign your name and then they put it into the thing and then it goes into the license. There's a little dot inside that box back in the 90s and 2000s. If the dot was inside the box, it looked like something you could wipe off. But if that dot was in there, that means that you're under 21. So that dot is gone if you're over 21. So like I knew all the little things to make sure that dot was gone, and then the date that you got your driver's license had to match with your driver's ID. So like my driver's ID starts with B97. So that the B's for banks, and then 97 is for the year that I got my driver's license. So you got to tie all that together. So the driver's license has to match the year that you got the driver's license, and then 4 years or 8 years after that, like you just had to match everything up with the right dates. And then on top of it, the slick thing was I used 2 pieces of photo paper, and then I used foil in between them. So I put the foil in between that gave it a little bit of thickness, like where it was harder to bend. But the trick was you can't fucking put a light through it. So a lot of the cops back in the 2000s, they would take they would check your ID, they would take their phone or their flashlight and try to see through the thing, and you can't see through foil. You know what I mean? So that was the thinnest, most like non-translucent piece I could find. So I was just making these things at my house, bro.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, and
Always been a crafty motherfucker.
You know what? Like that's how I started Adobe Illustrator, bro. I started it with literally like IDs, and then I went from IDs to T-shirts.
That's how this got here.
But all of it, bro. Layout, like if you look around, like you can really see that this is a makeshift store, right? Like everything that we've done here is, we just added this last week. We added this 6 months ago. This broke, so now we're trying to fix that. But it's like, it's a working art installation, bro. That's the way that I look at this store. It's like, next time you come in, there's probably gonna be something different. You know what I mean? Hence to the LED wall that we're getting back going.
Yeah.
I'm so stoked for that, bro. Like that LED wall behind the counter. You guys will get to see it on Instagram in a couple days. I've been working to reinstall all the LED lights on the back wall. I still remember. I wish I would know who it was or like had a conversation with the guy. But like, Andrew, you and I both know how valuable that back wall is lit up. And I was behind the counter, and somebody walked into the store. They were walking up to the counter. They weren't walking up to me. They were walking up to the wall. And he was just looking at everything. And like he said this under his breath. He didn't say it to me. He goes, "Man, this shit makes me want to spend money." And like when I heard that, bro, it's like,
yeah.
No fucking way, dude. Because it's like these are things that we love. Like we love lights. We love black lights. We love fucking iridescent lights. Like anything we can do to make this place look alive.
Yes.
Even if nobody's in the store, like that's what we want to do. So the fact that this guy, like he didn't even make eye contact with me, bro. He was locked in on the wall as he's walking up, and then walked across the front of the counter, and just goes, "Man, this shit makes me want to spend money."
That's a cool thing,
bro. And that's the best part about it. It's like, when Andrew and I put these things together, like we don't know what's gonna work, what doesn't. We just know what we like. You know what I mean? And it's like this area on this side looks a little dead, because when we're building this store out, like we were noticing people were walking in, stopping, and then walking back out, and we're like, okay, how do we get them into the store? So then we got them into the store, but they weren't walking around and then doing full circle. So it's like, okay, we got them to this point. How do we get them to walk across the counter to say hi to us? So it was like those little things that like me and Andrew kept like dropping in just to get these people to walk 2 more steps into the store. And it's amazing to think, bro, that we've literally have fine-tuned this store where we saw that people were walking 3 steps in. We're like, how do we get them 5 steps in?
Yeah.
Got 5 steps. How do we get them to cross that 4-foot table?
Yeah.
Hey,
I
and that's
mean,
continuous improvement, right?
It
there.
is, and I'm watching every single person get to a point, because it's amazing how many people don't want to go to the person where the register's at.
Oh, dude.
It's crazy. You have to
Insane.
that they don't want to walk in the walk path where the register is at, because there's a human that they might have to interact with. And once I realized that's what was happening, I'm like, I have to get them another pathway, which in behind the locker in front of the hats is the perfect pathway, and then they can walk through. But like at the time, I was like, they want to come up here. But I realized that when you say something to someone when they're walking by, people like to shop uninterrupted. They don't want you to talk to them. They might even have their earbuds in. They may not even be able to hear you because people are walking around with with AirPods in. It's just it's like the way society's gone.
I don't have earpods in, but I've got like my brain is talking. When I walk into a store, like my brain is on full display, bro. It's talking to me, and I'm listening, and I'm talking back to it. So, when somebody's like, can I help you? It's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm downloading everything right now.
Yeah. Unless I have a question.
People like to buy, but they don't like being felt like they being sold to.
Yeah,
Pretty
100%.
But you're just asking them how they're doing.
Yeah, but still,
You know what I mean? Like they perceive it that. But you're literally saying, "Hi, welcome to Native."
Yeah, but they already 9 walls up. They feel like you about to try to hit them with a sales pitch.
Don't say anything else.
Well,
The more you look, the more you find.
That's what I say.
Don't leave out with seeing the reason why we're the best store in Cincinnati.
The more you look, the more you find. That's literally that and welcome back to reality. If those are the 2 statements, that's all you have to say the entire time. Hi, the more you look, the more you find. Boom. Welcome back to reality. Have a good day. If there's only 2 things you have to say, that's easy.
Right.
And and people are in the store on a defense. They do feel like there's a salesman around every turn trying to sell them watches or sell this hat, sell this shirt, sell this hoodie, whatever. But at the end of the day, the point is of an experience. When you come in here, you're supposed to feel like there's a lot to take in. I should take it in. While I'm at the place, I can make a purchase, but this is kind of like a museum that you can purchase out of.
Yep.
And
Let's go, bro.
that's kind of how I view it.
I like it. There's there's a damn, where was I gonna go with that? I had a good
What was the statement that
follow-up.
needed to go?
like people come in as like looking at it like a museum.
Uninterrupted?
No, I'll remember it. I'll remember it. But
Okay.
it's one of those things, man. We've got a store that we don't need to pitch things or to sell things. We just need you to open your eyes and open your brain and download everything that's happening, because once they walk into the white room, like we've said a million times, they come back out and they walk through everything that we have.
There's 3 experiences in the store.
What are the 3 experiences?
The 3 experiences when you enter Native on the Levee is your initial take on the store. You walk in, you see the black lights, you see the podcast, you see the store as an outside would, because you're first entering the store.
Mm-hmm.
You enter, you see a question on the ground that says, "Can you find the lab?" At that point, there's a question being asked. Every question must have an answer in this case, because that's the point. So now that we've asked the question, you look around the store. Along your journey, you will eventually find a 7-Up machine. And in that area, you step on a white X on a pad of grass, which will take you to a second portion of the store, which is called the lab, which hosts the Mad Scientist line of clothing. So under that is a whole new experience inside the lab. As you take in the lab, you're getting a whole new sensory vibe here. We got all white, we got black trim, we got colorful clothing, and a couple selfie stations so you can get the vibe on your phone. And then once you leave the lab, now you're in the new mentality, because you have found the lab, so therefore there must be more to the store. So when you exit the lab, wait, there might be more here. Let's take a double dive into the front of the store, and while we're at it, let's make a purchase because we want to see.
Because we got the experience,
We got the experience.
That's the big thing.
And that's where you're ultimately ending. And if you don't make a purchase, at least that photo in the lab or in the front of the store will lead to other avenues of promotion. So like, there's a couple different ways that the store can live on. No matter if you make a purchase or not. So,
100%.
Yeah, you know what I
dude.
mean? So
if there's no purchases made, but there's a picture taken in the back room, that's probably going to bring more money in the long run than a purchase of one hat.
Yeah.
Because when people see that white room, like we've had people drive from Canada to come here,
yeah,
Dallas, just to see the store, which is insane to think that we've got people from across the country that know about it and want to, like. There's a bunch of people that Midwest Cards, bro. Midwest Cards. Tim from Midwest Cards.
Yeah.
yes,
He's like, I've been talking to Frosty, bro. Frosty Rucker. He's like, I can't wait to go there, and me and Frosty are gonna come to the store. He's been talking about it for weeks.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So it's just it's one of those things, and like yesterday, bro, we had a native hat was found in a Las Vegas Goodwill on Las Vegas Boulevard at that
It was found at a Goodwill
for
in Las
$2.99.
And what was the area code? What was the area code?
Cincy, let's go. It was a Cincy area code. So I'm trying to figure
That
out.
guy's got good vibes.
Oh, Tony's a shit, bro.
Dude, great
Yeah.
vibes. He literally every time he comes in, his energy is one of the top ones that come through the store. Just on like because like we don't have long conversations, but when he comes in, man, he's got just
He
good
you
vibes.
can come in. Look, he was hoping to come into the store. He's trying to find somewhere to hang out.
He He can see that he saw the open sign, but he comes in, he stops in whatever with his bike and stuff, and he just has such good vibes. Tony, I'm here for it.
He's a date night. Or used to be. He used to live right behind me.
Yeah, he was saying that. That's how he explained how he got connected with the brand. And he's like, now I found out you guys are here when we first met him. He's like, man, I'll be here all the time. And I'm like, keep it coming, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so he comes in good vibes. But yeah, let's go back to that. You know what I mean? Like, I think the fact that the store, a picture can go out with one photo and lead to potentially 4 opportunities for sale or 10 opportunities because that photo goes out, and when you're scrolling your timeline and you see the lab in the background, like is it the photo, you're like, wait, what is that at? And you're clicking their profile, even if you know them or not, you're just like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, anyone would. It would look like, oh, what is this? Because it's not every day that you see any kind of that. When you do see that, it's like a travel channel promoting a place, or it's like a place that a tourist is going. And when people find out, it's right down the street from them because a lot of people on social media are following people from their local area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you find out it's right down the street from you, and you're like, wait, that's under my nose.
And that you know what? So that happened to me last week, bro. We had somebody that moved from Detroit, Michigan. He moved to the Banks, and he saw the store on TikTok like the second day that he was living here. And he was like, I can't believe that this was right in my backyard. So he came in and he bought a bunch of stuff. And when he came out of the lab, I was like, bro, let me ask you something. Like, you said you saw it on TikTok. Like, was it one of your friends that posted it? He's like, no, it was on the For You page. Like, it was like the white room was right on the For You page. Like, I saw it the same day that I moved in. So I'm like, all right, well, TikTok's doing something for us, right? Because they're trying, and it wasn't our video, it was somebody else's video that was geocoded to Newport, Kentucky, which is less than a mile away from him.
Yep.
So, it came up in his For You page. And it's like, bro, that is, like
Powerful.
It's so powerful, bro. So powerful, because we're at the point where, Gary's been talking about interest media, right? And it's like, we've always been in social media where, you need to know Andrew to see one of the videos. You need to know John G or Kurt to see one of the videos. But now it's like, if you like cartoons, if you like, whatever that white room is like related to when it comes to the back end, like I don't know if it's just because it's close, you know what I mean? But like,
it might fall into escape room.
If we can figure
know,
out
bro.
if we can figure out how to not monetize it but direct it, where like you know what I mean, where it's like fashion streetwear, and if you guys are looking up fashion streetwear, this is what's gonna pop up.
Commercialize.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is that the fact that we're on attention media now in this era, it gives a lot of people an opportunity where they once didn't have it.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like someone that is in like a small little band, or someone that has no followers because they're maybe not be the most social person to collect follows, they can be like, I can sit at home and make a banger video, and I get to catch up. That's cool.
That's
you don't
the
have
move.
to be. You don't have to be the light of the room anymore. You can be like, I'm in the corner, but guess what? I'm a badass on guitar, and I'm gonna make a really cool video to show you I'm really good, and I don't have to have a conversation. I get my shot. I get an opportunity, and that evens the playing field.
The best part about that is if you follow it up with good content,
That's what I'm saying.
it doubles down. But
Yeah.
if that was your only trick, it's gonna fade away.
But if you do it multiple times and you try to make new versions of it, you eventually are going to figure it out, because if you're passionate enough, you're not going to stop. Why would you stop?
For sure.
You got to put video out of you playing guitar, even if you're playing your laptop. You're like, well, maybe I should put a background behind me. And eventually you're going to think these things and you're going to get better. That's how it all works. We trial and
Throw
error.
a Michael Myers mask on and then have some dude in a violin come out of the fucking back room when no one's paying attention. You know who that dude is?
I don't know him, but I would say that's effective.
Man. Based
on knowing what social
yeah,
media is like.
let me find one of these videos real quick, bro, because this his last name starts with a V.
Saw Viral Tokens this week, and he stopped by.
Oh, dude, how's he been?
Viral Tokens stopped by. Shout out. He has been kind of staying low key, waiting for his next move.
I haven't seen him post anything.
He's about to come out with something. Me and him had a good conversation. He's got a good plan. I'm pretty excited for what he's gonna do. I will say I got to give my 2 cents in, and my idea is gonna come to fruition, which is kind of cool.
Oh, dope.
To be part of his launch. But shout out to Viral Tokens, and he's gonna be doing his thing.
So this dude's super famous on like one of those
I see the Michael
chat
Myers
roulettes
mask.
or something.
Okay. Yep.
So people just
I've seen him. Okay.
yeah. So like
Yep.
like the dude up here is usually like, play me this song, and then he'll go okay. So he'll start playing the song, and then the dude in the violin comes out of nowhere playing the hook on it. It's crazy, bro.
What is Michael Myers?
Yeah.
You can check the camera. You can check the camera. There it is.
Oh shit! Ghostface on the violin.
Ghostface on the violin, bro.
Ghostface
And
on
then
the
so,
violin.
and I'll find his name in a second, but like so many people know who he is. So when I don't know if it's chat roulette or whatever app he uses, but let me see.
Why he looking like that?
Because that's the trick, bro. Because that's the trick. If he was
see
just
how he was looking?
if he was wearing this and trying to play that on the piano, like nobody would give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, I was talking about. You
The dude with the violin playing.
No, I saw it was something else that I saw. Dude had his eyes bucked, like he was looking like this.
Oh, okay.
Eyes just
Oh
wide.
yeah. No,
I
that's
was like, why he looking like that?
yeah. That's the dude that's just like, what the fuck's going on?
Is it
I
peak
don't-
clock for you too?
You gotta go use the restroom, bro.
I've been holding it for about 5 minutes.
Run for it, man. Me and Kirk can hold it down.
I told him not. You know what?
You know,
We-
you know
this
what?
Is, this is within the brotherhood.
Fucking love you, dog.
I'm telling you, bro. Like I really want a urinal right here. Like I want to buy
The camper style.
a camper style urinal where it's me and Andrew still talk. The conversation's still happening, but we got Johnny Knoxville right here just pissing in a
or Johnny G at the least.
in a boot.
But-
John G. That'd be you know what I mean. But like doing it where it's just a funnel.
Yeah,
it goes into
when I was 16, I used to hang out at this girl's house, and her dad had a man cave in the shed in the backyard. There's fucking like records and like a boom box, and there was a
How
beer,
are you guys?
A beer, a little mini fridge, always stocked with beer. But you could walk in the back corner and just piss into a funnel, and it would lead outside and out to the back and go behind the fucking thing.
Kaylin's grandfather's got that, bro, in the backyard. He made a metal urinal, and it just has a pipe that goes down into the ground and then out. It's insane. It's so
genius.
It's so dope, bro.
So simple, so genius.
So simple. And it's like that's all a guy needs. You know what I mean? Like I would rather pee outside 10 times out of 10 just because it's like Mother Nature, bro. It's like it's just a feeling of being, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Like
the world is our toilet.
Yeah, no, it's just like I hate being tied to the bathroom to make that happen.
I feel
when
like
when you're a guy and you can do it anywhere, you know what I mean? As long as there's a urinal.
Respectfully.
There you go. There you go.
One of the luxuries that we have.
Man,
you know?
we got a lot of them, bro. We got a lot of them, man. I
pink tax is one thing, but the freedom to pee
any way you want to.
Shout out to the guy who made the shiwi. I know we're taking a left field on that one, but like, come on.
What's it?
Oh, shiwi. It's like a little funnel. Like we're talking about like a urinal funnel.
It
looks the cups right.
It looks it looks like a cup from
the shiwi.
Yeah, what's that?
You ain't never heard of the shiwi?
No,
it looks like a cup for sports, but it's got a funnel at the end of it. So the girl just throws that like right on her uvula or whatever that's just called. And
what do you call those? The cups, the nut cup. There's a word for that.
So you pissed through it or something?
Yeah. You fucking. It's a cup, bro. You just pee right into the cup and it just slides around.
It just shoots right out. She just puts the funnel up to her shit and she's good to go.
But there are some girls out here that know how to aim that shit real well.
True, and they don't even need a shiwi.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. Shout out to the girls who don't need a shiwi.
That's funny, bro.
Man, this has got to be our least shareable podcast yet. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? Yeah, it's not starting off too well, that's for sure. All right, bro. So
I love that. We're comfortable.
We got some shit to talk about, man.
I'm gonna hit
you know
the
what?
real quick. I'm gonna let you and Kirk kick it off real quick.
Cool. Yeah, let's talk about this CBD.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, I'm a pee. I gotta come back for that.
You know what? I know what we'll fill this time with. Because we can't talk about Bengals yet. Can't talk about the 67-yard field goal that didn't count for nothing,
that
bro.
That was crazy.
Man,
you know what?
I can't, bro. I still can't read. That's the problem, man. My eyeball. Mm-hmm. I've got this like gray spot right in the center of my vision.
Yeah.
And whenever I go to try to read, the center of whatever I'm trying to read is faded. Oh, so shit. Yeah, man, and it's really strange. I ashed on fucking Kaylin's blanket like 2 nights ago. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I swear, I thought that was the ashtray." Like I looked down,
oh damn,
and there was a circle, and it was grayed out. You know what I mean? I thought it was an ashtray, bro. She's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, ashtrays over here. My bad."
Yeah, she's supposed to guide you, man.
It was quick, bro. It was quick.
She's supposed to guide you, man. She knows what's up.
No, she not. No, she's good, bro. She's a shit.
I'm cracking jokes.
But let me show you guys something that this is for the V-Friends community. So and ironically, the two guys that just went to the bathroom are the two of the biggest V-Friends out there. But big shout out to Stella Gym. This here, bro. This is so out of everything that the V-Friends community is doing. They've put out Chrome cards. They've got the TCG game.
Yeah.
They've got the sticker set that they're doing. But from if you're in the community, if you've heard about what's going on, everyone's talking about the comic books because first of all, comics, they were on a, I don't know if they were on an upswing, but the last month that they did a review on how many comics were sold, and it was like the most comics per month that were sold in the past 20 years. So the comic book industry's back, bro. It's back in a big way.
Yes, I have a lot to say about the comic thing, but I am also curious. You have not opened that right now?
Have not opened it yet.
No, it's not open yet.
Gotcha. So
We know the grade though. We know the grade.
We know
Stella
the-
Stella opened it on one of her podcasts.
Yes, we know the grade. But what I want to say is, this comic, we opened the Decisive Duck holographic. What comic number was that when we opened it?
3,
That's the 3rd. So this is the 7th. This is the most recent one. What number are they on right now?
7.
7. Okay. So I want to clear it up for everyone because like people did see us open that comic if they're hip to the
For
podcast.
sure. Yeah,
so
yeah.
that was the 3rd. This is 7th. Well, isn't that far since we did open those comics? So,
So-
they dropped a lot since.
So
right?
they did 5, 6, and 7 all at the same time. DJ Kaufman is an animal, bro. Animal. Like
clearly
he
is.
is working hard to make sure that these comics are coming out.
Yeah.
So the Duck comic was comic number 3 that we got, and then the Harpic was number 4 that you and I just got last week, right?
Yes.
You got your you got it. We
opened at the
opened
same
it.
time.
Yeah.
Because I got the unrare one, even though it was supposed to be the rare one, but they did them, which is really cool that they have a misprint of the rarity, which is like a cool story on its own right.
I've
whole thing's weird.
I've got my own like I've been going back and forth on it, right? And it's
Okay.
like I've got the rarer version than you have, but your magazine is 10 times better than the one that I've got. And so
Why do you think that?
mine.
Why do you say it's better? Explain to the crowd,
Um,
the audience.
all right, so
Yeah,
so
talk.
the reason why yours is better, it was supposed to be the rare version, right? So it's a darker cover, it's got more like an ominous
It does.
look to it.
I agree.
So your magazine was supposed to be the like only 2,000 copies, and then mine was supposed to be 4,000 or so.
So they made a cooler print for the
Where'd
rare
you get your
one.
version from?
Same place.
Yeah.
We ordered from the same place. They just randomized who gets what.
So here,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah,
I'm being a sponge right now.
Kurt,
you-
yeah,
like,
no,
what-
that
you know
and that's great because most people don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So the original comic, right, like the base comic, was supposed to have 2,000 copies or something like. It's not 2,000, but something like that. And then his version was supposed to be rare, right? But when they went to the printer, they mixed it up somehow. So the one that I got that was supposed to be the base comic ended up being the rare one, and the one that he got was supposed to be the rare one, but ended up being the base comic. But it's got 2 different artists on it. So the front's got one artist, and the back has Chris Faison as an artist.
Okay.
And then mine doesn't have any art on the back at all, and it's completely different on the front cover.
Yeah.
So it's totally different when it comes to the 2. I hate that that's so small. When with an iPad so big, you think it would give you a better view.
Y'all all good?
So anyway, so 4 just came out, and then they were trying to get everything ready for the New York Comic Con. So they dropped 5, 6, and 7 all at the same time. What was number 5? There was the Motivated Monster, the Notorious Ninja,
Okay.
and
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
The hard pick was
I know my
4.
TCG, but I don't really know my comic when it comes to V Friends as well.
Okay. Well, and that's what we're talking about when you're at the restroom, man. So a lot of people I stayed in tune for the New York Comic Con, right? Like I was on Whatnot. I was watching It's a Mineral. That dude sat right in the middle of the fucking walkway, bro, just slanging shit. Like shout out to It's a Mineral, bro. If you're watching, you're a G, dude, because he's from New York. He's got that New York mentality. He doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He knows what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And he's making it happen, bro. So he goes to the New York Comic Con, and he sits right in the middle of everybody trying to walk by, and he's just slanging these things, bro. He's pulling them out of his pocket, going, "All right, I've got a blood red Notorious Ninja unopened. Who wants to buy it?" And somebody actually stole a blaster box out of his backpack while he was sitting there. Yeah.
He had someone thieve a blaster. So he is selling comics, cards, blaster box. What is he all? He's selling everything.
Genius, bro. He's the link to the New York Comic Con.
And his name is It's a Mineral.
It's a Mineral. So if you're looking for one of those Funkos, that there was only 1,000 of the limited edition, and then 3,000 of the gold ones.
Pumpkin.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Jolly Jacko.
Yep.
He was there buying them, and then walking out to the front of the place because the internet was terrible there. So he would walk out to the front of the building where everybody was just walking in and you know, walking to the cars or whatever, and he would sit right there on the ground and start selling that shit. And he did it for the other one too, though. It's not just New York Comic Con. He did it for the Chicago version. So like I didn't get to go to Chicago for the card show, but I got to go to the card show because It's a Mineral. That's the way that I looked at it. You know what I mean? Like I got to experience the entire thing without being there. And I told It's a Mineral, I made him an 8x12 sign like I made Stella. He's like, I don't know why I deserve this. I was like, bro, you saved me $1,200. You know what I mean? Like I got to experience the Chicago Comic Con or the Chicago Card Show without spending a dime, and I didn't go there and get suckered into buying everything that was there. Like I can just buy it from you for $10 more than what it was on the shelf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was perfect. So like shout out to It's a Mineral for doing that. But it's just one of those things, bro, where like when, you know, New York's expensive, man. You know what I mean? Like going through that event is expensive, and it's like there's a bunch of like bonuses to being a part of the New York Comic Con. You know what I mean? The like last year, the Notorious Ninja first Chrome edition card, they gave those away to everybody for free. You just had to wait in line for them. You know, they did the same thing with the stickers this year. But this, bro,
That's fire.
this. So this is comic number 7. 4 was the hard pick. 5, 6, and 7 all came out at the same time, and this is the limited edition version. So if you buy the regular comic 7 out of the flimsy like foil, it's not going to be the blood red version. So this is the only way to get the blood red version was this. I've been sitting here for a while holding it, and I'm about to show you guys right now. Let's do this, man. So shout out to Stella. Look at the inside, dude. Insane. So it's a graded comic. It already came graded, which is crazy to think that nobody has read this red comic. Like, what if there's no photos in there? What if it's blank pages? You know what I mean? Like, because all 1,000 of these are already boxed and slabbed. So
What if it's just empty?
that would be genius. I would 100% be here for it. If there was nothing inside, what if there was on page 7 there's just a Gary V auto and all blank pages and just with a Gary V auto?
Or you open it and it says on one of the pages like, "Stay tuned for this date for this drop."
The OG Ninja right there.
You know what? It's crazy. I was logging on social media. The first thing I see was I go to the native Instagram. It says, "The School of Hard Knocks." He's asking Gary V. First thing I see.
Let's
Thing I
go,
see.
bro.
So he's got him. Let's see what he says.
Hey, Nerd Chuck, how did you... Who am I hearing today? Gary Day, Nerd Chuck, how did you make your millions? Kidding? Yeah. And what was the most amount of money that you made this year? Personally, high 8 figures, but my business right now is doing $340 million a year in revenue. Gary, you're one of the
High 8 figures.
of our generation. You've made brands of billions of dollars. Give me your best marketing and branding advice for anybody in business. Look, I'm gonna do this until I fucking die. Organic social media creative is still, at this exact second, grossly misunderstood and undervalued. Why? Attention's the only currency that's gonna matter. Once this motherfucker was invented, my whole career changed because I knew this was gonna become the remote control and reset everything. Why did I know social media was gonna work? It was the most scaled form of public communication that I'd ever seen in my life. You know they don't teach that at school, right? I know. Getting into debt at college, if you're a creative or an entrepreneur, is the most fucking insane thing on earth. I'm gonna challenge you right now. Okay. Gary, give me one lesson about business right here that is not taught in any university. scaling unscalable behaviors, human beings that most matter to your outcome, is disproportionately the most important thing a CEO can do, and not one fucking person talks about it. For example, I have no fucking time. I'm fighting for every second, but having dinner with 9 teammates that are at year 3 just to let them know I'm a human being, the fuck, and want to know what they care about. It is the fucking missing thing, and I think as the world goes more AI, the non-scalable human interactions and effort you put into the people that you fucking roll with is about to fucking explode in value.
That's game right there.
I think so.
If me and you die tomorrow, your last message to the young generation.
You're gonna actually die, so what the fuck are you playing around for? The amount of people right now that are trying to impress people they don't even know or that they don't even like is a fucking pandemic. You got to tune everyone the fuck out, and you've got to live your actual life, because I don't know if you know this, you were not born for a very long time, and when you fucking die, you're gonna be dead forever. So you motherfuckers better squeeze the fuck out of this life, stop crying and start doing.
Gary, you got beautiful advice, my man. I appreciate you, man.
Stay well.
Hey, I gotta tell you, man, I
Rest in
love you,
peace,
man. You
D'Angelo.
wanna know something crazy? I grew this channel to 17 million followers. If it wasn't for you, this channel would have never begun.
Rest in peace, D'Angelo, because he died. He was 50, 51.
That's first of all, I can't believe D'Angelo was 51 years old, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, cruising, bro. I'll be cruising together, and then of course, he had to get butt naked on that one song to sell
Did he
some
get butt
records.
naked on the, oh, okay.
I showed you that. I showed you that video. He got butt ass naked, and they just showed like right from like the V up.
From like okay.
Yeah, that was he was trying to sell records, bro. You know, that was after cruising and after what was that fucking? What was the other song you had, bro? Brown sugar, babe. I guess high off of love got me having some brown sugar.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that beat when that piano in the beginning of the song, that shit was insane, dude. All right, so Sammy is about to jump on Whatnot here in just a second. What time is it right now? 9:30. Yeah, I think it's a good time to talk about Bengals, bro. Bengals and football.
How y'all feeling?
You know what? To be honest with you, bro, like I feel good. I feel good about Flacco because of the fact that I saw that Jamar said he went off script for that touchdown.
Yeah.
And that placement of that ball, bro, like Jamar's left hand was pinned. Like he was being held. So like and somehow I don't know how the fuck Jamar Chase does this, bro. He doesn't turn around until the ball is like 8 feet from him. You know what I mean? Like the ball's already been thrown and he hasn't even turned around yet. Yeah. And then he turns around and he knows that the ball's coming.
Run them plays.
They run them plays, right? But
but
how do you like? That's some like fucking insane mad scientist shit to know that like unless you know I mean Joe Flacco was on the team for 5 days, and you know unless you know you got like.
But Joe, you know,
you got. I mean,
he a veteran. Like he
for sure.
You know,
for
he
sure.
He been doing this NFL stuff for a long time.
Right,
So
and
like,
if you're just gonna say, hey, throw it at the pylon,
he know exactly what.
You know what I mean? And so like once Jamar gets to the pylon or like 2 feet from it, he knows to turn around. But like for him to catch that one-handed while the other hand was being held, bro, was like, all right, elite, dude. And then you go into the locker room. And Jamar says that it was an audible away from Zach Taylor's play.
What does that tell you?
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit.
You know what? And you said that tells you that what?
What does that tell you?
That tells you that Zach Taylor about to be out the door. If they,
why is he out?
Why's what?
He don't got sunglasses on right now.
He's frozen.
It's probably just froze.
He happy though. It's a good
It's a
picture.
good place to be.
Cooling,
It's a good place to be.
But what does that tell you about Zach Taylor?
How far?
If they got to make autos, and that means
his cameras. Your camera must have gone bad, bro.
Well, I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying?
I spy on that picture.
Yeah, it's cool.
I got you.
If they got to make audibles and stuff, if Zach Taylor had a play, and they got to make audibles off that, that's already telling you what you need to know. Listen, I'm telling you, if the Bills do not make the playoffs, Zach Taylor got to go. Show his ass the dough.
You think he's got to go?
Well, we've been talking about this off camera.
Correct.
And he got
You think it's time?
family members and stuff
He's
like
connected.
that. Yeah.
He's
so,
connected. He's married in.
Yeah, but it's just not.
Is it time to go make a move to the office and bring someone else in, maybe?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
he might not have to leave the Bengals.
The same
But
stuff
he-
I've been saying.
but a
is
head
not-
coach-
I'm saying other people saying.
You wanna take over Sammy's convo?
Sure.
Sammy just tapped in. You'll be able to be quick with it and drop those dimes in. He's already talking about Burrow in that situation right now.
I feel like it's not the quarterback's fault. It's not Burrow's fault. It's not what's his name? Browning. I like Browning. It's not his fault. I'm simply telling you it's the line.
You know what I noticed
And
too?
that's what Sam says as well. But the real fact is the offensive line cannot hold up for this 60 minutes.
Hey, hold on. What's his name?
Sammy, it's my cousin Sammy.
Hey, shout out. Hey, Sammy, man. Hey, thank you, bro. Because
Right.
I've been saying this for weeks. And I felt like I was going crazy saying this. But you seeing the same stuff I'm saying.
Mhm.
So shout out Sammy.
Yeah, bro. Like one of the things that I saw, which kind of cracked me up, bro, was Browning. You know, Browning's for his life right now. You know what I mean? Like he's in the middle of it, going, okay, it didn't work out for me. Like they're gonna bring Flacco in. Flacco's gonna have the same experience I'm having. And there was a moment where they panned to the sidelines and Browning was up on the sideline and Joe Flacco was sitting on the bench in the back. Mm-hmm. And then once that camera came over and they showed Browning like in it, you know what I mean? Like he's in the game. He's tapped in. He's on the sideline like looking at everything going on. All of a sudden Flacco jumps up off the bench and comes up and stands right next to him. You know what I mean? Like trying to catch what's going on. And it's like, all right, bro. Like I see it. You know, I see two amazing quarterbacks fighting for this position right now. You know what I mean? Browning, who's an underdog, who knows that he's better than what the offense is giving him, and then Joe Flacco on the bench going, I'm an OG, like I know how to do this. But then they see the cameras that are on Browning on the sideline, and Joe Flacco's like, "No, player, no, I'm gonna go stand right next to him." So he like jumps up off the bench and walks right over and stands right next to him on the sideline. It's like, I see you, Flacco.
Yes, you.
Is it Flacco or Flacco?
Flacco.
That was like in the middle of both of them.
Flacco.
Flacco.
So you say Flacco.
I'm gonna
his
say
name's
Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
It's just me, you know what I'm saying, just being funny, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say he pronounces it Flacco.
Okay. I mean, I'm just, I'm not trying to be funny about it. Like, I'm just hearing ESPN announcers like Aaron Andrews calls him Flacco. And then they send it back to the booth and he's like, Joe Flacco. It's like, is it Flacco or Flacco?
Flacco when they won the Super Bowl.
Or is it Flacko? As like half the Bengals
It's
players
like
are all
Flacco, but Flacco.
half the Bengals fans don't even know who Flacco is. They're just Flacko. Let's go.
So he says, Wacko Flacco Flacco. Wacko Flacco Flacco.
Grandfather
Flacco is nothing more than a small upgrade to Browning.
That's crazy.
But it doesn't matter. Flacco may not make it to the end of the year, says Sam Albano, 23.
Social media is getting so crazy nowadays.
So Sammy, let me ask you something, Sammy. Do you think Flacco was a good bet for the Bengals because I don't think they had to spend any money on him, right? It was a draft pick. Am I wrong on that? Nobody.
Hey, brother to brother.
I think they made the right move.
I'm still gonna call
Flacco was what Bengals wanted to pay.
Grandfather.
Yeah. Of course, they're not going to pay money for Russell Wilson. They're not going to pay money for Jameis Winston. The Cleveland Browns definitely aren't going to give up Shedeur Sanders at a young age like that. So
there's no way we would ever get Shedeur Sanders out of that.
Yeah,
they would be fools to give up that jersey opportunity. It's not even about him being on the field, dude. Because as soon as he comes on the field, the merch is gonna fly off the shelf. They're gonna have to print they know how much they're going to print.
Yeah.
Every person's going to, once Shedeur Sanders gets an opportunity, whether he's good or bad, it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that they have Sanders on the back of a Browns jersey, bro. Everyone's going to buy that. I don't care if you're from Browns or not because it's the opportunity. And watch him win. You know what I mean? Watch him win a few games and watch what happens. It's going to become a whole topic. The next thing since LeBron in the sense of how excited people are for Cleveland sports if he wins. If he comes out and he plays garbage like Dylan Gabriel because they're hoping, in my opinion, they're banking on Dylan Gabriel not living up to the thing, and they didn't want Joe Flacco to be in the way between Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. They want him to start, but they can't jump ahead because they've already committed to being the disciplinary Browns, and Shedeur doesn't get a pass because he's
Deion's son.
Prime son. So they're kind of playing this thing, but they got rid of Flacco, which is one big gatekeeper.
So they put Shedeur to second.
Correct. Because he was the third string, but they didn't want to give him. It's like a long game, and I think a ton of people see it, but they have to go through the process, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They have to finish the process, which is at the end of the season. They could throw him in the last few weeks,
Right.
and he wins. They're sewing jerseys when the playoffs are on their way, and they're not in the playoffs. They're going to be the top of the New York Times, top of Sports Center, just because Shedeur gets a start.
Right.
Week 14.
Yeah.
And I can see that happening, and the Browns will cash in, and then they'll want other larger free agents to come there because Shedeur gets them opportunity for attention.
I can see that.
It's a whole. I mean, if I was the Browns, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to speak on them, but
they're not going to get rid of Shedeur. You know what I mean?
But they're going to put him in a position.
Oh, it was the perfect move for him, and it's not like Joe Flacco is not going to sell a ton of jerseys. You know what I mean? Like I don't see. I think it's just strange seeing a Flacco Bengals jersey in general.
It is. Did you see what Mike Tomlin from the Steelers said about the transaction between the Browns and the Bengals? He's basically, in paraphrase, he's like, why would Indivision send a quarterback when we know the Bengals need a quarterback and they're struggling?
Just because they want Shedeur in second.
Yes, he's literally saying that. He's like, why are we in division? Like, we're all in the same division here.
We're all
and
fighting.
I'm calling you out, Browns. Like, why are you sending the Bengals in position? The only thing they need, he didn't even mention the line. He's like, the only thing they really need is a quarterback to fix at least something. And you send your starter. You started him the start of the season.
Yeah.
That's what he said. You started in the season, the beginning of the season, and you send him to the Bengals when they're struggling that. Why would you even do that? So he's calling the Browns out, which I don't blame him, because that's his division rival. He's the Bengals, and he's like, oh, man, the Ravens are out, but the Bengals are low-key sitting back there. But now, not saying the Bengals are going to bring Burrow back. We don't know for sure, but there's a shot now.
Yeah.
And he's looking at like, why would you do that? So we go back to the question. Is it because Shedeur Sanders, they want him starting by
100%.
Week 10?
I mean, at this point, if the Browns could sell jerseys, it's a win for them, right? You know what I mean? At this point, bro. If the Browns can sell jerseys,
oh yeah,
they're gonna fucking. I mean, when's the last time anyone's wanted a Browns jersey?
Odell Beckham.
What was that?
You know,
fucking
4 years ago.
Yeah.
That's my answer. 5 years ago, whenever he was there for a bit. That was the hot commodity for a little while.
Right.
But outside of him, who else?
No.
Deshaun Watson was already in the.
People were burning his jerseys.
Well, he was done from the start. Browns got the brunt of him.
Yeah.
We're never gonna. He's done. We don't even talk about Deshaun anymore.
Yeah.
So outside of that little conversation, but like, they don't sell jerseys like that. That's not how the Browns really their franchise moves. So Shedeur Sanders gives them that electricity, and just by the name.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and
so let me ask you a question because I know.
Sammy says the Browns are arguably a bottom 5 franchise.
Sammy, where do the Bengals sit in that?
Where do the what? Okay,
week 1.
Sammy, where do the Bengals sit in that scenario?
If the
He's listening.
If the Bengals don't get it together, we gonna be like the Cowboys.
Gotta watch our Super Bowl on VHS.
That's my opinion.
So let me ask you a question, bro. Because I was talking to Kalen about this. When it comes to like minor league sports, you know, like like basketball when you're a kid, baseball when you're a kid, you know, back when nobody was anybody, and you got your jerseys. 1 through 5 are usually small. People don't realize this. 1 through 5 is usually small. 6 through 10 medium. 11 through 20 large. 21 through 29 XL. You know, 30 through 39 double XL. Right? Is that the reason why people like quarterbacks stick to the small number? Because I mean, I'm sure Shedeur Sanders, if he could wear 21 as a quarterback, would be fucking insane.
No, you can't do that.
Why?
I don't know. But
Wait,
you
are
can
you
probably,
talking about the number of the jersey?
Yeah, he talking about the number of the jersey.
But they've expanded it.
You can't do that in the pros.
They've expanded it.
You can't do that in the pros. You can do it in college.
But pros are
you can't do it. You can't. You can only do it like.
What's the pro?
You can do it in college.
Okay.
You just can't do it in the pro. Like, all right, for instance,
What can a quarterback be? What are the numbers in between?
Huh?
What quarterback's numbers are available?
You can't rock 21.
You can rock up to 19.
What quarterback you know that's rocked the 19 in the pros?
But you can go up to 19.
Well, I'm asking you.
They haven't chosen it yet. What number is Joe Flacco?
16.
16. Okay.
So that's 3 off 19. What's wrong with that?
Well, I just asked you.
I'm saying, can they?
Why can't
Can they? I asked a question. Do you have an answer?
what? So why can't they go above 20?
There's selection
Yeah,
of
let's
things.
hear
So
it.
like wide receivers can go down to a 0 now, and running backs can do it as well because they've
Okay.
expanded the numbers. You like linemen have to be in the 90s. Like they all have their section of numbers.
So am I right on saying like this was just old school thinking, which the bigger person
You
gets
can
the
look it
bigger
up.
number?
Dude, I don't have to play football to know that. How many times do I have to tell you? I don't have to play football to know the information.
No,
But anyways,
what was you saying, Jay?
so you can have the number because they give you a selection of numbers that you're available. That's why Burrow can be 9, single digit. Put the camera on me.
Sorry.
Of course.
Right.
Camera got to be on you.
Right.
Yep.
Joe Burrow can be 9 and Joe Flacco be 16. Traditionally, we see quarterbacks. Well, you know, Lamar Jackson is 8. You know what I mean? And like
It's all low numbers. It's all
and
under.
then the linemen are high numbers, and then running backs because we have running backs that are 28, and we have running backs because the duo in Detroit. What are their numbers?
What?
The David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
They're 0 and 5.
Running backs?
Yes. Our running back is what number?
30 and 32, 34.
So how can the running backs be so expanded?
Well, that's what I'm saying was
Yeah.
what is you know, because when you look at the size of a running back, they're mid, you know, they're not offensive linemen. You know what I mean? So you got the quarterbacks that are skinny, they're in the teens.
Uh-huh.
You got the running backs that are in the 30s that are mid thickness. Then you've got the offensive linemen, the defensive linemen that are all in the fucking 50s to 90s. You know what I mean?
what about
So
wide receivers?
well, and that's the thing. Wide receivers are low too, typically,
But
right?
they're also 88 and 80
Yeah,
That's
the wide
true.
receivers
and
That's
85,
true.
and then
80s.
Puka's
and that
17.
and that goes all the way back to Troy Aikman and who's the dude that Troy always threw to.
Troy Aikman.
You said Troy Aikman?
Yeah, when
When he played with the Dallas Cowboys?
yeah, he was throwing to fucking Sam is yelling it right now. I guarantee you. Sammy's a big fan of
Aikman was thrown to who?
Aikman. Oh,
fucking.
man.
I had his jersey, bro. But
Shit, man.
goddamn.
Tip of my tongue, man.
Michael
Irving.
Michael Irving.
Michael Irving.
Irving, yeah.
So yeah, he was what 88.
Michael
Yeah.
Irving. But my point is where Kurt made a really good point there to highlight this is because these jerseys are so off because like Chase Brown's 30, but the running backs in Detroit are 0 and 5.
Right, but you said that was new.
It's a new change in the last couple few
So
years,
that's what I'm saying
They're
is
opening it up, yeah.
is are we talking about
I
like
think college is impacting that. I think that's a college.
Well, yeah, because
Because
I
the
mean,
NIL's changing.
who was the one white dude for North Carolina that went 00 in like the early 2000s?
He rocked 00.
Yeah, it was one of the first times that anyone ever rocked 00 in basketball. He played.
That's
I
the
think
coldest
I
shit
think he
ever.
played for North Carolina.
I agree with him. 00 is cold.
That's the coldest shit ever.
Zero
Rock
is cold.
00.
Who else had cold? Who doesn't what Jason Tatum number he
What, in college?
pro?
Shit, Jason Tatum. Shit, it's a single number. Man, you know what I'm saying?
I think
way
he's
more
0, right?
important shit to worry
I,
about.
I,
It might be 0.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like
Something
I'm
that.
going to your point, Kurt. I think that it's that it's the fact that we're in this new age of like these college kids, bro, are these zeros, these ones, and they're going to because Chase had won in college. Jamar Chase won in college at LSU, and then went pros and he took one. When a wide receiver, he'd more likely be 81 in the past.
Yeah.
When we were kids, like 81, he wouldn't be one.
Eric Montross, bro.
Eric Montross.
Eric Montross, North
Okay.
Carolina, 00.
00.
Rocking the
That was the first time I
00,
ever seen a
that's
00.
crazy.
Eric
Montross.
Montross.
That's hella swag. Hey, look.
Hell swag.
But so like I'm just
Sam already had it, bro.
yeah, I told you, bro. You got to keep an eye on that thing, man.
He
He
is
knows
fast.
he's over there yelling. He's yelling.
I want to see how his brain works.
Oh,
Can we get
dude,
a mind
what-
map? Can we get a mind map?
When it comes to
For
sports, he's like
Shout
he's
out X-Mind.
Shout out
he's
X-Mind.
like the-
John's
the-
over there like I'm not in sports,
he's like the
but I'll be
beautiful
there.
mind on that TV that movie, bro. The Beautiful Mind with Russell Crowe.
It's one of my favorite movies of all
Yeah,
time.
he's
And I'm
like-
listening. I might not.
It's like
understand.
all
I hear-
these-
I just won't talk on sports because I don't know sports like that. I'll ask questions to y'all
keep
because
downloading the
I'm in marketing, I'm in entertainment. But as you, bad Jay, I just cut you off. My bad, brother.
No, you're good, man. Like Sammy's just in there with that fucking E equals fucking Bengals lose in his brain. You know what I mean? Like he already knows. Like he's got that beautiful mind shit going.
He's committed.
Oh,
He is
bro.
committed.
I love
He's
that
been
about
he's
him.
been committed since we were kids, bro. Like he was the one dude that always knew like quarterback's dog is sick. Like this quarterback just broke up his girlfriend, bro. He's gonna have a bad day. And like, how the fuck do you know that this quarterback broke up his girlfriend? He's like,
Hey, Jay, I
read
got-
the fucking
hey,
news,
do you-
man.
Hey,
He's
Jay,
zero.
I got a question for you, Jay.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
0.
Do you think Jordan, the flu game? Because I heard like
Oh, they poisoned that motherfucker. They
Okay,
tried,
all right,
yeah,
look,
they
look.
tried
Got his
killing
ass,
him.
huh?
Hold on, like, yeah.
They tried killing that dude.
I heard multiple stories. Some people say he had like he was sick, and then some people say he ordered a pizza.
He ordered pizza and they fucking
put
they,
some shit in his
they
pizza.
poisoned his
I think
pizza,
they poisoned
bro.
him. I think he was poisoned.
They poisoned his pizza and they fucking laughed at it. Like he even said something about them like giggling or laughing like as they were walking out of the fucking room. Like and it's
And he still balled.
still ball, bro.
Still
and
ball.
they had to be carried off the court by Scottie Pippen.
Still bald.
Still balled.
Look, hey,
look,
and Sammy's not. He wasn't even a big fan of the Bulls back in the day, and he's from Chicago, bro.
Just a
Yeah.
quick basketball question. As you guys kind of pivoted into like marketability of players and things like that, and
Okay.
you guys were really getting into some good stuff. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I did want to say that you mentioned something about Flacco. Like, where's when you look at fucking Joe Burrow, that's one of the most marketable players we've seen in a long time.
Not even on the field.
Not even on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Ocho Cinco, you know what I'm saying,
He's got more
he's got
airtime.
he's got an eternal marketability about him, you know, like in terms of just like you're when I say marketability, I don't mean like we can sell that. What I mean is like we can genuinely connect a message and a feeling to us with that person, right? So like just a genuine connection with the audience. Where does Flacco come into a franchise like the Bengals, who is not known for just winning game after game, year after year? They are known for having entertaining, connectable, relatable players, you know?
The Bengals aren't known for winning, but Flacco did.
But Flacco is known for some winning.
Flacco
And
won a Super Bowl
right.
with the Ravens. Flacco's currently played for 3 teams in the division. I would say the best thing Flacco's known for is reliability, and he's healthy.
Them grilled cheeses from kids.
Jesus.
That's what he's known for. Them
That's
grilled
a-
cheeses.
now, see, that's marketability. That's a connection with the audience.
But the Bengals need right now is just to get in playoff contention, enough time for Burrow to come back. Now, Sam thinks they're not coming back, and I also agree with Sam.
I don't
think they're coming back.
think they're coming back. I
Burrow's
think
not coming back.
I think Flacco was the cheapest option to get me, you, Kurt, and John to shut the fuck up.
And to show up for games.
Yep.
To stop selling our tickets.
100%.
Yeah. And I agree. I think it is definitely a ploy to keep people in the stadium and hoping Burrow comes back
He's not coming back.
in week 14.
He
you know
got
what I mean?
turf toe. That shit is
Yeah,
not
he
a
ain't
joke.
coming back.
On
No.
the
It's not a joke.
on the
I agree.
on the
I agree, but I'm saying
on the
they
plant foot too, though. Like
They're
like
trying,
that. Like
bro.
that's on the
Bro.
plant foot, man.
they're trying to give us.
I had turf toe, and I had that for 3 months, and I was still hooping. I knew I wasn't supposed to do it. I ain't give a damn. I still was hooping.
Did you have to get surgery for it?
I ain't get surgery.
So it probably
now you
wasn't
just-
like fully torn.
It kind of like healed on its own, like as time went on.
I've got a bunch of those heal on its own, bro.
Yeah, it's
I've
like
got
that.
like
It's like that. So,
yeah, I broke this thumb.
mhm.
Like I literally broke the thumb, and I never did anything with it. And now this thing is just
Oh, that's
fucking.
why I can see it, bro.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Check
it's
this
crazy,
out.
bro.
Oh,
Stuff you
shout
can
out
see.
to Ashore.
This
Hey,
this
talk
is-
about
this
your
is-
earlier.
Sure,
Let's
she'll be
go.
tuning
This
in.
one
I
just-
ain't, you know
Just like
what?
dips down. At the
Yeah, I see that.
Hey, sure,
That's a-
man. Yeah, man.
You don't
Course
make me
I
put his
agree.
knuckle in your
What's up
eye.
with you?
I don't. Well, that knuckle went into my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So here's my question.
You said
for
we
y'all.
got
What's
a
up,
show. What's up, Butch? Hey, what
Ashore.
up, now?
Okay.
Ashore official. It's Sean Booty.
We out here.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
was
yeah,
actually
yeah.
I
talking
got
about your,
I got a question for the Who Day end of things. Here's my question.
What's up?
Since we have Flacco
Mm-hmm.
and we assumed Flacco's going to win some games compared to what we had with Jake Browning,
This was the best game that I've seen
I agree,
all season.
I agree.
Besides without Joe Burrow at home,
100%. I thought they played.
we scored a touchdown.
What about the Steelers game
Monday.
coming up though?
Yeah,
On
it's about to
Thursday.
be crazy. That's the
Here's the
playoff
thing.
game.
I think that's a slip game for Steelers. I think the Bengals win that. Let's go back to Burrow.
100% we're
Let's go,
winning that.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's go back to
All right.
Flacco.
These
hope
are,
we win
these are
it.
big. These are big statements.
I think it's
let's
gonna
hope we
happen.
win it.
I'm
Well,
here
here's the
for
thing.
it.
It is
In
it
the
is-
stadium,
It's at home.
Yep.
Whiteout game.
All right.
Big game of the season.
Yeah.
Okay. The Steelers are not that great on a lot of things. They're holding on. Aaron Rodgers is okay in his position, but overall the Steelers are not that great. They're just winning just enough. But let's go back to Flacco.
All right.
Okay. Do we think Flacco can get us 9 wins?
Do the line.
what's our record right now? 2-4.
2 and 3. Well, the line we
Is
know
the line go protect grandfather Flacco?
Damn, he called him Grandpappy.
No. I mean that with respect.
Hey,
You feel me?
Continue.
call
Hey,
him
bro,
Grandfather Flacco with
I'm older
respect.
than Flacco. You better pump them brakes, player.
Big Papa.
That's fair.
throw your-
I mean that shit with the utmost
So do you
respect.
That's crazy that I'm
I
older
just
than
said
him
to
because
be,
I
like, be
I
funny
called
and
him an
shit.
old head.
Well, you know Flacco.
That
I
is
mean,
crazy.
it's wild to have a quarterback that's older than our head coach.
That's wild. Yeah, Zach. Hey, you know,
You know what I mean? And we know we're not sure about Zach right now, but what do you say? You're
What they
you're
saying?
2 and 4, bro.
2-4. Yeah, 2 and 3. Yeah, 2 and
2
4.
and 4. We lost.
Yeah,
two.
we're not.
Tell 'em
No,
to
we're
check.
not. We're not winning. We're not winning 7 games.
Y'all don't think we win in 7 games?
No,
in a
no,
row.
we're not. We're not winning 7 more. But I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm like
So would you rather just go with Jake Browning and have a lower record and have a better draft pick?
no.
Okay. All right, so
I.
you're okay with a higher draft pick on a
I'm-
lower scale, no playoffs, and next year we're hoping that our draft pick plays out. With Joe Burrow at
No.
home.
Is yeah.
I'm just giving you the
Yeah.
layout.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
No.
if
No.
we
I
have
no. I think
question.
so.
Jake
So I.
Browning is 5 wins. Flacco's 7 wins.
I wouldn't.
Right?
I
It shouldn't
yeah.
even
I.
be like that.
I mean. What
I'm
we
just-
lost. We lost a 5th draft pick for
Playing the
Flacco.
Jets still. We play the Jets.
I mean, but what do we lose for getting Flacco? Fifth round draft
We
pick.
got a 6 and get a 5th.
Who this gonna be?
Give a 5th, get a 6th, and him. We
Okay.
got a pick.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm
We're
not
not
concerned
tripping
about
on
that. So,
Yeah,
like
we-
the
we
way
didn't
the
get-
way
it
that
was
I
like a
look at it
swap,
is we didn't have to spend any money on Flacco.
Yeah.
It got everybody to shut the fuck up and just go to the games and watch how it plays out. Hopefully Flacco has a good season. I don't think he's going to win 7 games, but we don't need him to win 7 games. We just need like.
Bro,
We just need a healthy team, bro. Like to be honest with you, like Trey Henderson going like he's injured.
I heard he got
Gasecki's injured.
Yeah, I heard about
Like,
that.
bro, like we've got like Mike Brown's money is fucking burning right now. Like every dollar that we've told him to put into this team is going up in flames. He gave Burrow an exuberant amount of money out of the game. Gave Trey Henderson like what was Trey's like pay scale? It was like 148% more than the year before. It was almost three times.
But I don't think Trey was the right move, dude. I would rather have spent the O-line.
I'm not saying that Trey was a good decision. I think giving Trey an extra fucking $30 million or whatever it was a terrible idea.
Because he's not going to repeat last season.
And he's hurt now, bro. He's hurt because
of
the fact that he didn't fucking play in the fucking preseason.
Yeah,
you don't play in the preseason. You sit out. You try to act like you're so good, and I'm worth this money. But you've been sitting watching TV instead of practicing with your boys, and now your calves are strong, bro.
Because the gym does not equate the field.
100%.
No matter if you what?
Hey, look, Jay. This is how I feel. Like,
what did I say? Did you say?
If
what do I mean?
If huh?
Did you say what do I mean?
Yeah. Well, no. What were you saying?
Inside the weight room isn't the same as on the field when they're getting that athletic training.
Man, they doing both.
No, if he's out with the team, he's
not with Trey. Trey wasn't
not on
doing
the field with it.
Trey didn't do. He fucking stepped aside, didn't practice, didn't do nothing, bro, until he got that sign, until he got that contract, and they gave him. I think it was like, I think he was getting 14 or 16 million a year, and like this year they gave him like fucking close to 40. It was like a $20 million fucking pay increase, something crazy like that.
But he wasn't with the team up until the very end.
Bro, I'm telling you,
he's not with the team now, bro. He played 5 games, and how many sacks did he have? 2.
Yeah, he hasn't been effective.
2 sacks, and now he's. He was crying on the sideline, bro. Damn. He was crying on the sideline, and like when I saw that, I looked at Kaylin and I go, "Is he crying?" And she was like, "Probably not." And then fucking 30 seconds later, it's like Trey Henderson out questionable, and it's
you
like,
saw that shit.
Yeah, so he's crying on the sideline, bro.
Hey, look, I'm telling you right now, bro. If we don't make the playoffs, this is how I feel.
We're not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
all right, so if we don't make the playoffs, Burrow might consider leaving.
He's not leaving.
He's not leaving.
Contract issues.
He just signed.
Yeah.
You think he's
contract?
Yeah, bro. So
signed. He got 3 years.
They gave Trey a $16 million pay increase. He was getting $14 million a year the year before, and then they gave him $30 million for this year. Plays 5 games and then crying on the sidelines. I'm just,
shouldn't have paid him.
We're about to be like the Cowboys.
You think so?
Yeah.
Watching our Super Bowls on VHS, bro.
It's just gonna be like we're gonna be like the Cowboys, and in correlation, the New York Knicks. How the Knicks is.
At least you didn't say the Jets, bro.
No. Well, shit.
Jets are worse than us.
When they have like 45.
Well, they're 0-5 right now.
Do they have like 45 fucking passing yards last game?
I don't know. Justin Fields just be running it. he just Garrett Wilson's in the wide receiver room, and he's still not getting the ball. So
yeah.
But that's the thing is the Jets just make bad decisions, and they have a solid team.
That's crazy.
It's wild because they have Breece Hall, they got Garrett Wilson, they got guys, and Justin Fields is not a bad quarterback in the sense of he just can't make the decisions. He's got athletic ability. He can run.
Ask Sammy what he thinks about Justin Fields because he's a Bears fan.
Offer.
I gotta pee, bro. I'll be right back. I shouldn't have said that on.
Hey, you got that Charlotte Hornets on, though.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Charlotte Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Snapback. All right, now.
Johnny Fairplay just posted this.
Justin Fields is one of the biggest busts in NFL history.
You said Justin Fields?
Yeah, he is. He thinks he is. I don't think he's the biggest bust. I think I feel like the Bears didn't have the proper infrastructure to handle him. But I think if you put him in the right situation, I think Justin Fields would be able to.
When the right situation,
guy had 88 yards.
When the right situation gonna happen?
Probably never.
So that's what the fuck I'm saying.
Right, because right situation, they already have their quarterback.
Right then.
You know what I mean? They don't need him. They don't need Justin Fields. Like you know what I mean?
When he just playing with Pittsburgh?
He went from Bears, Pittsburgh, Jets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell me.
What else we want to talk about?
Well, let's see here. His contract is $30 million. He was making $15 million the year before, which I'm pretty sure he's talking about Trey Hendrickson. Any true Bengals fan, all they want to be competitive all year. You're going to be 6-11, maybe 7-10. I think we're going to be. 7 wins, 10 losses. At the end of the day, we have 5 wins left in us. I think the
You talking
Jets,
about the Bengals, right?
Yes, I think the Jets are 1 win. That puts us at 3 wins. We only need 4 wins out of at that point, like what, 9, 8 games.
We missed the
7
playoffs.
games.
We missed this playoffs this year.
We're missing
promise
it.
you.
We're missing it.
Yeah, Zach Taylor got to go.
So you think he's going?
Yeah, his ass.
Thoughts on-
gotta-
okay.
Get his ass up out of here.
Yeah, I believe so.
Get his ass up out of here. All right, Burrow and them, they locked in contracts and stuff. I get it. I understand. Like, but he probably want to leave. And if he leave, I promise you, Chase leaving, Higgins leaving.
Chase Brown leaving. They all leaving.
They all leaving.
They all going.
And then next thing you know, we like the Cowboys.
Cowboys at least have stars, and they're just not good.
They don't want to be there.
Fields was glorified on loaded ship.
You think Preston want to be there?
Probably not.
Hell fucking no.
But he got money.
Man, look.
Jerry Jones is paying for his castle. You know what I mean? Like, he got a big house. He may not have a good football team, but he got a big house, and he's throwing like 3 touchdowns a game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doesn't have to win, but he's throwing touchdowns.
Yeah,
His stats are showing, but they're winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? But Dak Prescott's an interesting take because I don't think he should even be in the. They should have already drafted someone else. But
Well,
they've passed on people for him. They had the opportunity. They could have got Shador Sanders. Remember?
Yeah. Who could have?
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but they passed on him because Dak Prescott's their guy still.
They should have, bro.
Yeah.
They would have sold so many jerseys. Old Deion Sanders jersey. He played for the
Baker, Mahomes, Dak are my top 3 for MVP this year. He thinks Dak is an MVP candidate.
Fuck no.
Oh,
Pardon
okay.
my French.
Okay, interesting. Sam Fields was glorified on loaded.
But you said Baker Mayfield?
This is Sam. Sam.
Yeah.
Oh, the screen.
Baker
I can
Mayfield
do
be going
this.
crazy.
Oh, that's nice. I love that. I've been scrolling. Baker, Mahomes, and Dak are his top 3 for MVP this year.
Baker
Look
Mayfield?
up Dak's stats. Google it.
Man,
He
I'm
says-
not, no.
He says Google it.
You said Baker Mayfield?
Well, I think Baker's in the running.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Baker's crushing it.
Yeah,
He's
Baker
winning
Mayfield
without
go
Mike
crazy.
Evans.
He go crazy.
He's missing Mike Evans,
Ain't
and
gonna lie.
his running back.
Baker Mayfield's
He's doing it alone.
hey,
That's wild.
you know.
Everyone's hurt.
Nah,
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Bucky Irvin, all his starters are hurt. His running back and his 2 wide receivers, and he's still winning.
shit done.
And he's beating the 49ers. Yeah, he deserves
Baker
something.
Mayfield.
Yep.
Yeah, I roll with Baker Mayfield.
And then he says Mahomes,
No.
Bro, we got to talk about the game.
and then he says Dak.
No.
Okay, he laughed after Dak. You had Kurt laughing
No.
after Dak. If you got an initial laugh,
Hell
I don't know
no.
if it's no. You got
But
to laugh.
I
You got
agree,
some.
I agree with the Baker Mayfield win.
I
Baker
agree.
Mayfield, he's sweet.
He's winning by himself.
Like, you feel me? He go hard.
He's stepping on the football
Ain't gonna
field
lie.
with backups. That's
Yeah,
wild.
He go hard. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you're stepping on the field with the B team, it's because you're starting wide receivers. You only get 2 to start. You have a slot. Both are hurt, and you're still winning. That's
Crazy.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I roll
And
with
So
the
what-
Browns passed. The Browns moved on from him.
Did you see the Chiefs? Obviously, you watched the Chiefs game.
Mm-hmm.
0 penalties.
The Chiefs themselves.
Yeah, the entire game. It was like 115 plays, 0 penalties. But
you already know
you know,
what it is.
you look at the pass interference. You look at the holding. You look at Travis Kelce dropping the ball on the within the 10-yard line, and they called it a catch.
They was playing in Kansas City.
Yeah. Yep.
You already know. What
You
it
already
is.
know. Yeah.
Sam wants flowers for the Buccaneers.
Sure. Yep. Yep.
Sam is feeling some type of way about the Buccaneers, which I agree with him because the Buccaneers just beat the 49ers.
Here, I'll read the exact text out loud here.
Okay.
Time to get Sammy his flowers tonight. Only 6 weeks in, but just remember who picked the Buccaneers at 25-1 to win it all. Now they're #1 team in the NFL at 5-1 and winning with all their top wide receivers out. Plus, I told you Baker would be MVP candidate, which is he's number 1 or number 2 in odds to win MVP. Make sure to give these flowers later when I arrive. Plus, told you the Jags were a sneaky playoff team, now 4-2. A lot of the season to go, but believe was a spot on for sure. I mean,
All right, but let's. Sorry, this is a separate thing. Me and Sam are in a thing.
This,
right?
yeah, this was his actual text to me. He said, make sure that you give me flowers for talking about the Bucks.
But now he's arguing for Dak Prescott.
Who?
Okay. Sam.
Oh, he's still what? Listen,
Okay,
man,
all right.
give it a rest.
Hear me out. Hear him out.
Let's hear it.
Hear him out. Okay. Look up Dak Prescott's numbers right now. Dak is 1,617 yards, second in the whole NFL. He's 13 TDs, second in the NFL, and he only has 3 interceptions all year long.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
3 interceptions in week 6 we just passed. So that's pretty good. But the Cowboys, what is the Cowboys' chance of doing something, Sam? Like, isn't an MVP stat like part of the overall team? I mean, I know CeeDee Lamb's out, but like because he is on a losing team, he gets no love. Okay, there we are. We're on the same page. I see you, Sam.
Currently, Dak Prescott's ranked number 4 overall amongst NFL quarterbacks by NFL.com and in his fantasy rankings. He ranks highly in passer rating and completion percentage among all-time quarterbacks in the first 8 seasons. And he is also ranked among the top quarterbacks in the current NFL statistics for passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage.
But he won't win MVP if he's not on a winning team.
We got Brittany Turtle Myers in the chat. We also got
Hey,
hilarious
Brittany.
Scales joined us.
Hilarious.
Hey, what's up?
Scales.
Hey, yo, what's up?
Brittany,
Scales?
what's up?
What's happening,
That's the
gang?
homie.
Hey, hi.
Saint Rockstar just jumped in with us too.
Man, we're excited about. We got Brittany in the chat. We got hilarious
If
Scales.
you want
in
to
the
talk to him, talk to him.
Yeah. I'm sure we got a Shore somewhere in there. There's so many people in the chat tonight. But I just feel like Dak Prescott having a good season, but if the Cowboys are going to be behind the Eagles and even the playoffs.
Yeah, of course. They didn't even get the MVP to Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? And when we went to the playoffs. So, you know, if you're on a losing team, like they wouldn't even give it to Joe, even though he was up for it, because they kept saying like if you don't make it to the playoffs, like you're not an MVP. Like there's no. The MVP is the one that takes you further than anybody else. Yeah. You know what I mean? So,
but they've had MVPs that weren't quarterbacks.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So,
but you know, all eyes are on quarterbacks now.
Yeah, it's a quarterback league.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're literally they're forfeiting their seasons by plummeting their record to pick up a quarterback, not for a running back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's the way it is. They're not like we're gonna lose games because we're trying to pick up this running back out of CU. They're plummeting games so they can pick up the quarterback out of USC or
Right.
pick up the quarterback out of
LSU.
Alabama,
Yeah.
LSU, Alabama, wherever. But they're not plummeting. They're not forfeiting their season because they're gonna get a running back that they're hoping they can pick up an Ashton Genty, you know, in late in the first round. But they're plummeting and they're tanking,
Man,
for a quarterback.
I heard AJ McCarron tell a story this morning about him when he was on the Bengals. He was getting traded to Cleveland to be a backup quarterback for Cleveland, and it was AJ McCarron.
AJ McCarron.
Played at
And
Alabama.
it was on.
I know. Yeah, he played for the Bengals. He also played for the St. Louis Battlehawks in the other
AFL or
in the AFL.
What the
is it
fuck?
AFL?
It's
or
not the
what?
AFL. It's the national. It's the Fox League.
The Fox League?
The indoor arena, whatever that show
okay,
was.
like arena football.
Yeah.
It's
So
not arena football.
but-
It's
Okay, I got
another
you, I
league.
got
It's
you.
owned by I got you.
But anyway, so
He's a
AJ McCarron was
MVP
talking
there.
about he was on the Bengals and he got a phone call saying, "Hey, you're going to get traded to the Cleveland Browns. The deadline's at 4 p.m., but the trade's going to happen." And he was like, "Dude, stoked! Like, let's go." And he said, "I got a call at 4:03 by I can't remember who. I think it was his manager that called and said that the Cleveland Browns didn't didn't submit the paperwork in time.
Damn.
And they were trying to get it done but couldn't get it done. And it's just like AJ was like, that just shows like how the Browns character is, bro. Like they're not, you know. I don't think AJ said that. I think it was the person that was interviewing him that said that. But they were like, that's the Browns' MO, dude. Is like day late, dollar short on everything they do. You know, they wanted AJ, but they didn't put the paperwork in time, or they messed something up on the paperwork, so they didn't get there by 4:00. So the trade never happened, and then that's when he ended up sitting on the sideline and then going to the battle arena.
Battlehawks. Battlehawks is the same.
And then crushed it in that league, bro.
He was the best quarterback in the whole league.
The
whole entire league, he was the number one quarterback because he was an NFL quarterback that joined
the minor league.
Lesser players. And he's like, this is easy. And he won. And then that success.
And it was only 8, like the field's 80 yards instead of 100. Is that what it is? It's something a little smaller.
It's a different.
So what? The field smaller?
It
was indoor, right? It was
not indoor. It's
not indoor league.
It's not an indoor league. No, it's the league that I think Fox, the American Football League.
But what Jake's saying is like, is it 100 or was it?
I think it's 100. Yeah,
is it
it's just different
yards,
rules.
Or is it
It's
shorter?
different rules. I'll find out. It's different. It's different rules in certain things, but it was on Fox. It's a legit league now. AJ did really well at the Battlehawks, and the Bengals gave him another opportunity to come back because of that. AJ McCarron, bro, he really showed out there. He was the best quarterback in the whole league.
Well, I mean, shit.
Because he's a pro already.
Yeah.
It was like he was going from the pros to the G
Roll
League.
Tide, baby. You already know what it is.
Oh, I know.
So I know
But it was
about
like in the
AJ
NBA.
McCarron.
You're the NBA and you step in the G League. You're like, this is what I'm dealing with.
Well,
I'm about to be your stud. You know what I'm saying? It's the same. That's what it reminds me of.
It's the same 100 yards, right?
100 yards.
So it was 100.
Yeah.
So it's still 100.
Yeah, but AJ's good. It's just he just keeps getting these missed opportunities, or he's overlooked or something.
Man, you know,
I don't know. What is
It's crazy to think that a
things get out of
Heisman Trophy winner gets like put on the back burner once he makes it to the big leagues.
Because he was entering the era when it was running quarterbacks, and he's not a running quarterback.
Exactly. And you know what? And
in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And he's the type of quarterback, he need that Tom Brady offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
I mean,
Tom Brady had
most
it nice,
most-
bro. Tom Brady had it nice because he's fast and he could still get
any quarterback could use that and have a fucking field day, bro. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna have pass protection all day and you've got time to look into the field to see who you're throwing to, as long as you can throw the ball, like you're gonna be good.
Got enough time to get
If
it.
you're not looking, if you're worried about your ankles, you're worried about getting literally something
And that's
hurting yourself.
the first 2 quarters of this first Joe Flacco Bengals game, he was worried about his ankles. Like you could see that he was like running out of the pocket, throwing balls at people's feet just to make sure that he didn't get called for like intentional grounding. And it's like, bro, like I told Kalen, like, let's play backyard football, bro. Like, stop doing all this dumb shit. Just talk to Jamar, talk to T, and let's just go back to backyard football because that's what got you here in the first place, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, stop worrying about all these dumb plays and these dumb passes and, like, worried about an interception, bro. Like, we suck anyways. Who cares? Who cares about interception? Like we need a touchdown. We haven't seen a touchdown in 3 fucking games. So if you got to throw a 60-yard touchdown, a 60-yard pass to Jamar or T, who both are fucking phenomenal, like let's make it happen, dude. And I don't understand.
I mean,
I get it, but I don't. I get it because of the fact that like Flacco's been in the league so many years. He's got like he's got this. Everybody doesn't want to go out on the Aaron Rodgers front. You know what I mean? Where, like, now you're playing for the Steelers, no one gives a fuck. But at the same time, like, you could be that dude that just goes back to backyard football and just fucking turns this team into that what was that one that one movie with Keanu Reeves as the quarterback, bro? You know what I mean? Like, that type of shit where, like, the team sucks.
Keanu Reeves is in the movie?
Yeah, he was a quarterback in a movie, bro.
Oh shit. I know about like Adam Sandler, The Longest Yard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
that
why
was
when they brought Flacco
the replacements. It was called the replacements, bro.
Oh, that
And
move.
that was when like no one, like, the team sucks and no one gave a fuck, so they brought in all these people, and Keanu Reeves was the quarterback and just ended up balling out because it's like that Mark Wahlberg movie, bro, when the fucking New York Jets like had an open was it the Jets that had the open training or open competition for anybody in New York to come play for the Jets?
A movie or how long ago?
You don't know about that either?
The Jets had open tryouts, which all teams have open tryouts.
Yeah, but Mark Wahlberg played the guy
Oh, it's
that
a movie.
ended up, yeah,
Oh,
It's a
okay.
movie, that's what he was saying.
Oh, I see. Because all teams have an
Invincible.
open tryouts. They're allowed to have.
Invincible.
For walk-ons.
So
Yeah.
so Mark Wahlberg was like the dude that came on
I see.
the open tryouts and became quarterback for the fucking New York Jets
Through the tryouts.
through the tryouts
Okay. Yeah.
because they were so bad.
You know
See,
what?
It's
I'm-
so
I'm- I
funny.
mean,
The
I'm
Jets are
assuming
always
it's
so
a-
bad.
it's a real
Can you
story.
imagine cheering for a franchise that you're just always so bad?
Doing it right now.
We're not as bad as the
Lifelong
Jets.
football. Look. Here's
as bad.
here's the overview. Lifelong football fan
We're
Vince
doing it
Papple
right now.
sees his wildest dreams come true when he becomes a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. It was the Eagles, not the fucking Jets. My bad. Green
Well, they're good. They just won a Super Bowl.
is what it is. While teaching his high school alma mater in Pennsylvania, the 30-year-old gets a chance to try out for his favorite team, and except for kickers, becomes the oldest rookie in NFL history who never played football in college. So maybe he was a kicker for it, not the quarterback. But Mark Wahlberg played that dude in that movie.
Interesting. That's cool.
And it was like it. I'm thinking that when Joe Burrow got hurt, and we've got fucking this offensive line that's huge, but everyone fucking sucked. Like Orlando Brown Jr., bro. Like the guy that came in and said, I'm not, like, Joe Burrow's not getting touched. Like, this dude, every time somebody, like, it blows my mind, bro. He's on the back of his heels every fucking play. Where when somebody comes up and hits you in your chest, he has no balance at all. And it's like, how many times is this gonna happen before somebody puts some weight on your fucking toes, bro?
That shit I'm talking about when I say every fucking snap, the quarterbacks is running for their life.
Yeah, and
I done seen Burrow running for his life. I know everybody giving Browning a lot of hatred, whatever.
bro,
But he's running for his goddamn life.
he's running for his life too.
Taj Brooks, do you know
no-
Brownie was the.
Number 11. We don't even know where the fuck he came from. We thought he came from the practice squad.
Who's that?
It's number 11 for the Bengals. His ass running for his life.
Oh, there was another backup quarterback.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Running for his life. And then, you got Granddaddy Flacco. His ass it's something similar.
It is, bro.
But he been playing long enough to where he know how to deal with it.
Like, the one thing that I have noticed though is, like, I feel like the defensive line, when Joe Burrow is quarterback, like, they're coming for his head, bro. Like, they're trying to get that sports card. They're trying to get that Panini, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're trying to get that. They're trying to get the NBA poster, dunking on Shaq
They're
type
getting
shit.
their moment of glory.
And
You know what I mean? Like,
as
that's
soon as Burrow was out and Browning came back in, I felt like the pressure was a little bit off. It wasn't gone, right? But the ESPN Sports Center highlight shit wouldn't be the same if I'm tackling Jake Browning over Joe Burrow. So I feel like everybody kind of just went from fifth speed to fourth speed.
Yeah.
I'm
not as exciting.
probably wrong. Yeah, I'm probably wrong on it, but to me, it's not as exciting as if I was trying to fucking tackle Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm on defense, Pat Mahomes is the fucking quarterback. Every single play, I'm gonna be like, I'm going for his throat because I've got to get this playing
But
card.
there's at this point, no offense to Joe Burrow or any of the quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes is still the beat to tackle.
He sucks, bro. He sucks.
Bro, he's always in Super Bowls. So
bro. If you're fucking
and he moves
if your
so
offensive
elite.
line can fucking
but
hold
he also
all
moves.
day.
He moves so fluidly. He's like,
If
it's
if you're
annoying. It's annoying,
if your
but it's
offensive
true.
line's being held, then or if the defensive line's being held by the offense, then yeah, you're gonna have time to fucking jive,
But
bro.
they're not holding every. They're not.
Every fucking play they're holding, bro. Like, look at the highlights from last week. Look at the highlights from last week. Even like Travis Kelce, you see multiple times he's got his hands under the dude's shoulder pads, and he's putting them wherever the fuck he wants, and no one's saying shit, bro.
But Travis Kelce's old news, not getting shit.
He's not the only player on the team.
I would say.
I'm just pulling.
Travis Kelce,
I'm pulling two visual facts from my brain from 3 days ago.
Sure.
That were both Travis
If you
Kelce
remove
holding.
Travis Kelce out of the thing, the team is the same. No offense to him, but they keep him
Yeah,
on the
no,
field.
I don't think Travis Kelce is a turning
Noah's
point
a better-
in the
They have
team.
a better tight end.
But I don't think it matters who the fuck is there. I
Just
think
because they're a chief. And
they're a dynasty.
And at
They're
home.
they're the team that
but they didn't win
the
last year.
entertainment league
Wants them in the
wants
charge.
wants to win.
Exactly. But the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so now the Eagles are not that. They're not killing it. They just lost back to back. Right? They lost to the Giants, which is weird.
Which was if you look up the stats and if you look up people talking stuff online, it looks like it was a setup game too.
It has that vibe. So, but here's the thing. I don't think the Chiefs are as much of a power position as they once were.
No, of course not, because the fucking everyone's eyes are on every one of their games, bro. When you have a Monday night game and you're the only team playing, everybody's watching. And when you go 115 plays with zero fucking penalties, and we've seen 7 penalties on the field, that's gonna put everybody into question on what's going on.
Let's see how many penalties they have versus other teams. I'll look at
Hold
that.
up.
Give me a second. Go ahead and to the next.
Well,
Because so many things. But I'm curious because that's a good point. Did the Chiefs give less? Because the NFL wants them so badly. Because it's not the refs that are making the decision.
it is the refs are making the decisions.
Someone's telling them to.
Vegas,
Okay.
bro. Like look
The refs
at
are all part time, so they're gonna be.
look, bro.
listening,
Look. 2 weeks ago, there was what was that weird shit where somebody the quarterback ran back into the end zone for the 2-point. Did you see that shit?
No, but that's
One of the quarterbacks ran like 15 yards back for a safety. Like they
Okay.
gave them 2 points. He ran
For
back
what reason?
to cover the spread. That's the only thing that I could fucking think of is that
Okay.
it covered the spread and it changed the odds in Vegas. Let me pull this
That's
up,
interesting. What's going on between over there? You guys got a whole thing going on. What's the conversation between you
I'm
two?
actually.
We talking
I'm
about
having
grown
two
man shit.
conversations
I
'cause
can see
I'm,
what's
I'm
going on.
listening,
Yeah,
I'm
you know.
listening to Jay and
I told him that
and he was suggesting that I trim, and I was like, bro, I've had other priorities, so I'll buy a trimmer later.
I almost, bro.
I use,
I think you look
See,
good.
you know what? Since we right here,
I almost
talking about
It's
this
also-
like
it's
grown
also
man.
win- it's
Let's
also
Let's go,
it's
bro.
also
Because
winter.
I
I
almost
don't-
cut this off today.
I actually,
Oh, no,
I'm
don't do
going,
that.
I'm going
I'm
the other
holding.
direction.
I'm
He's
holding.
talking about cleaning up, and I'm actually intentionally trying to grow a more like burly. It's wintertime, so I'm gonna go a little bit shaggier, longer hair. I'm not gonna look so clean cut this winter.
Yeah, I was thinking about going
It's gonna
just
keep me,
a
it's all gonna keep
mustache
me warmer.
and a little booty scratcher, bro. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Just a little booty scratcher with a
I usually
mustache.
keep it like trimmed and shaped up in between right here, but I'm just letting it like fill in across the chin a little bit too.
Okay. Yeah, you know,
And
then
we
I'm
just,
about
talking,
to-
about, we
but-
just
but-
talking about grown man stuff. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that us as men we got to go through.
Oh, don't
I-
even
I-
tell me
I-
it was the Chiefs that did it, bro.
I nicked my mustache, and I had to cut my beard off and start from scratch.
The Rams have the least amount of penalties.
There it is. It was the fucking Chiefs that did it, bro.
What am I looking at?
Now I've heard you say Chiefs like 20 times, but I have no idea what the
The
fuck
Chiefs
you're talking
opted
about.
for a safety instead of punting. The line was -9.5. They're now 9 instead of 11. Troy Aikman, Al Michaels is smiling right now.
Help me understand.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds right. But the Rams have the least
Hello?
amount of penalties since 2024. Yes, sir.
Same
So-
question you asked me, right back at you.
What's up?
What is going on over there? Because I've heard Chiefs about 20 times,
Oh,
but
what's going on over here?
I don't necessarily know.
Jay feels that the Chiefs get a lot of penalties passed because of their dynasty.
So they getting a joint call.
Yeah,
This is
dynasty.
let-
the
let-
dynasty aura
let's
is
let's
giving
let's
them
not
the pass.
let's not
They give
forget
the
this is
joint
this
That's what
is
he feels.
let's not forget the
But the Rams
NFL
have
is
the
an
least amount.
entertainment company.
It is. Like the
NFL is an
WB.
entertainment company. So
There
if
are
we
sports leagues that are specifically for sports.
right, but if
But the
we
NFL is not.
but we if we ever try to sue the NFL for anything, if we lost a ton of money in gambling, they are a
They have it sewed up. It is legally in writing that they can manipulate the games if they want to.
Yeah,
Be
bro.
on your ass.
And that can mean paying a football player $30 million in cash a year to not talk about what goes on behind the scenes in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's an awful lot of money to just keep trade secrets in the trade.
Can I say though? Can I give you a stat?
let's go.
All right. Here we are. I got an answer.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. The team with the yards against, the number one team that has the most yards against them and penalties are this season 2025 is the New England Patriots. And the
Get the most points against
the
them.
yards against them and penalties.
Okay.
The Patriots. The Chiefs are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They're 16th. They have 350 penalty yards overall on teams. So they're 16.
No, I'm learning about sports. I don't want to talk about.
The New England Patriots are the most,
I'm trying to learn.
and the least amount of penalty. The least amount of penalties is the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons have the least amount of penalty yards of all the teams in the NFL.
Okay.
So it's the Falcons are the least, the Patriots are the most, and the Chiefs are literally in the middle. The Chiefs are the middle team, 16 of 32 teams, right? They're right in the middle. So how many yards? They have literally right in the middle. They don't. Jacksonville's number 2, New Orleans is number 3, the Giants are number 4. Denver's
Right,
number five.
but if you're that doesn't like those stats don't make a difference because if they're
It's situational, right? Because when the moment is big, they call the penalty.
right
Okay, help them get out of
it.
and also
Doesn't
like
teach me
if the Kansas
Every time
City
shit like that
Chiefs
comes out your
are
mouth,
getting
there's
help,
zero value.
then they're probably doing twice as many penalties. Like there's like you said, there's holding on every play, bro.
You funny, man.
Holding on every play, and like
There is. You can choose when they call it.
I'm just bro, like
It's interesting.
the Chiefs aggravate me to no end, bro. Like this. So it
I can tell.
was was the Chiefs that gave the Texans a 2-point safety
For Vegas.
and so here's a rebuttal. So I'm confused. Why did Kansas City Chiefs give the Texans a safety at the end of the game? Did they do it on purpose? And the response is yes. It gives them decent punt position, bleeds off time, and does virtually nothing to their chance to win except make it to Houston so they can get a quick touchdown off a block punt or whatnot. That doesn't make any sense to me because that was at the end of the game. All that did was it covered the spread of Vegas, and he fucking ran that motherfucker into the end zone. It wasn't like he was tackled. He ran 15 yards into the end zone. He ran 15 yards back and then got tackled.
Mahomes did.
I don't think it was Mahomes, bro.
That's interesting. Why would you run unless you're messing with the spread? That's the only
That's
reason.
what I'm saying,
That's
bro.
literally the only reason. Because if we're gonna win either way,
Is
Bro, hold the fuck up.
what's up? What happened?
I'll smack the fuck out you, dog. Don't fucking talk to me like that.
what's going on?
What happened?
I don't know.
You obviously know what happened.
What happened, bro? That's the thing is like the Chiefs doing stuff like that. We give a pass to them because, I just don't know. Like, why would the Chiefs? Why would you go in the spread on that? Let's see here. I'm gonna look at the stats here because You know, I feel like, was this the Lions? Where's the number? What's the game?
All right, everybody, this is gonna wrap up another episode of the PowWow. We got fucking. All right, everybody, love you guys. We'll see you next Tuesday, another episode.
Heard. We out here. Bye.